Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. Alright, it's the second day of my 3-day weekend, and I got kind of just a handful of things I need to do today. I think those shelves that I painted, or that I stained and coated last week, are finally dry enough that I can deal with it. And I'm kind of convinced now that what happened is I used the wrong kind of a polyurethane coating. So I'm actually going to go back to Home Depot and buy a water-based rather than an oil-based polyurethane coating. I know it's kind of a violation of the rules, but I don't want to wait a week between each coat on this thing. So we're going to run over to Home Depot and do that. I also got something else I want to do. A couple of you have commented that for a while I've been leaning my ladders against the shed here, and that probably I had to come up with a more permanent solution. And I agree with you. One of the problems I'm running into is this big ladder. It blows over from time to time. I'll come out some morning and I guess the wind picked up at night or something and it blew the ladder over. And I kind of get a little concerned about that because I got wires going right overhead, and that's like my cable TV and stuff like that. And if the ladder were to hit that on the way down, that could cause problems. It could knock out my cable, and that wouldn't be good. Now, in the past in California, I had those ladders hanging in the garage. They were hanging on the wall. The problem is, in the garage in California, the ceilings were 9 feet tall, and in the garage here, they're only 8 feet. So there really isn't a lot of room for those. So I'm kind of thinking I'm going to mount the ladder outside. And I'm thinking I could take this ladder and literally mount it right here on the, just under the eaves here. Now, I'm not sure how thick this panel is. It looks like it's only about 1 inch thick, and if I'm going to hang a bracket on that, it's going to have something that it can dig into, and if it's only 1 inch thick, that's not going to be enough. So I think what I'm going to do is go buy a piece of 2x6 or a piece of 2x8 and attach that to the panel that's there, and then what I can do is really drive deep screws into that and hang the ladder on that. So I want to do that also. Now also, while I'm out and about, I have to run over to Lens Crafters and get them to fix my glasses. The little air hook that came off of the glasses, and fortunately I found all the pieces. I realized something was wrong because I actually grabbed it and I could feel the screw that holds this thing on to here was loose and like cockeyed, so it was about to pop off. So I managed to pull it off myself and I retrieved the screw. So all I got to do is bring the pieces over, and my experience with Lens Crafters is if you bring in a pair of glasses that just need simple repairs, they'll usually just repair them for free. So since that's right over there next to Home Depot anyway, I'm just going to do that in the same trip. I just don't get it how these malls stay in business anymore. There's more people in here right now running the stores than there are actually shopping. Now honestly, this is a Monday morning, so that affects things a little bit, but I've been on here on weekends and it's not that much different. Well, that place didn't last long. Didn't seem to me they were here very long, and looks like they're clearly empty already. Oh well, another one bites the dust. Yep, Lens Crafters came through again. They fixed it on the spot, didn't charge me a dime. Well done, guys. Alright, so we're back to these again. We're pretty much smooth now. It's still a little bit sticky, but I think that's probably not going to be anything that's going to ever completely go away. But what we're going to do is I have bought a different kind of stain now, a water-based stain that should hopefully dry a little quicker. And we're going to sand this down just to get it nice and smooth, and we're going to put a coat of the the water-based polyurethane coating. So I've got some 220 grit sandpaper. I'm just going to go over here, just kind of smooth everything off because it's a little bit rough. And like I told you, when I did this a few days ago, the wood tends to breathe a little bit, and as it breathes out when the polyurethane coating is drying, it kind of creates little lumps. So you have to kind of sand that all off, and it takes a couple coats of the polyurethane coating before you can do that, before you can get rid of that the roughness. So we'll do that now, and then we're going to put a coat of the new coating on it. Alright, so I've completed the sanding with this. I've also put another coat of the new polyurethane coating. What I actually did this time is I went with this stuff. And this stuff, first off, It's only a semi-gloss. That was all I could find. I couldn't find the high gloss stuff. Apparently everybody in the world was doing polyurethane coating over the weekend because all of the shelves were empty. But this will be fine. And I can already tell that it's working better than the other stuff because you know, this is the first thing I coated like 10-15 minutes ago, and it's already almost dry to the touch. So I think I'll let this dry for an hour, and we'll come back and put a couple more coats on this. Hopefully, with a little luck, we'll be able to get this all finished up today, and we can start putting stuff back on the wall and get the house put back together. That'll be really nice. All right, about an hour has passed now, and I'm definitely preferring this stuff. It's already nice and dry. Little bit of rough edges in some areas, but I'm not even gonna have to do a lot of sanding on this. And so that kind of tells me that we're getting really close to where we need to be on this. Maybe a couple more coats and this will be finished. We might be able to get this thing back up tomorrow. So let's put another coat on there and keep it going. All right, so we got 3 coats on here. It's starting to look really nice. I think I may do one more coat on here, and then we're going to flip it over and do the bottom. But I think this is really starting to look good. It's going to look really nice on the wall. All right, we got 3 coats on these. They're nice and dry now. They feel really nice and smooth, which is what you want. Don't need to do any more sanding on this. I think I'm going to do just one more coat on it just to make it look really nice. And then we'll probably be done today. I'll probably actually flip it over because I want to do at least one coat on the bottom side. It doesn't need to be as glossy as the top, but I still want to kind of protect the wood a little bit. So one more coat on the top and maybe 1 or 2 coats on the bottom, and this will be done. All right, so we got 4 coats on the top and 2 coats on the bottom. I think I'm just going to let this sit here overnight, and we will pick this up again in the morning, and I think we're ready to put these shelves back on. So that is all that I have for today. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night.